Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. What's the difference between self-esteem, self-worth, and self-confidence for you? Which one do you think that you have an abundance of? It's working really well in that area of your life. And which one is maybe where what I call holes in your heart where success leaks out? What I want to share with you over the next few minutes, how true beauty, which is what almost everyone wants to experience, is simply the externalization of inner harmony between these three levels of our identity, and how you've been programmed and conditioned to transfer your authority and transfer your power over revealing who you really are to other people, places, and things for you to be okay. And when you operate life that way, life will never be enough. Success will slip through your fingers. You'll feel like that there's always going to be drama or some sort of crisis, or that there's just never enough. The very things you thought you could count on will just go away without any advance notice. So, this is for you. If you're ready to bring those pieces of you home and take the next step on the healing process of making you whole. Now, why listen to me? Don't. I'm a certified instructor through the National Guild of Hypnotists, as well as a certified hypnotherapist. This is what I assist people with all day long, is their heart, turning their wound into wealth. But not the heart that you think of that beats here in your chest. This is the heart that is found in every cell and every fiber of your being. The Greeks called the subconscious the heart. So it's not one particular area, it is you. And I assist people every single day in making sure who they really are and their beliefs, their attitudes and emotions, their actions, all come together to support that revelation. So why listen to me? Don't. Instead, test what I'm sharing with you and make sure that not only is it a fit for you, but am I the right one for you? Okay. So I'd like you to draw a pyramid with 3 levels to it. That bottom level is self-confidence. The middle level is self-esteem, and the top level is self-worth. Self-confidence is the actions you take that give you a level of certainty. And that certainty is not dependent upon other people or the results that you get. That certainty is based on, are you being the very best you in the moment? Then the level above is going to be self-esteem. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. It's the self-talk, the attitudes, the emotions, the stories you tell yourself. And then self-worth, which is going to be at the very top. It's the peak. This is the value that you experience being who you are. As I said earlier, that revelation. Now, you can have high self-worth, valuing who you are, and yet your self-esteem, it tanks. Why is that? Because a lot of people go, well, I thought if you had one, all of them would work really well. No. So you value who you are. You know how to ask for your worth and get it. But yet the stories you tell yourself is that you will never be good enough and that you're always going to have to give away who you are. So I'll ask for what I'm worth, and then I'll turn around and I'll pervert my progress to someone else's pain if they challenge me. Or let's say that you have great self-esteem. The stories you tell yourself, how you talk to yourself, it's loving, it's compassionate, and yet your value is not where it needs to be. Then you will find yourself surrounded by others where all of you are constantly positive and looking for this silver lining because life always seems to be falling apart. So I say, do not look for positive, look for progress. Because even though there might be challenges, those challenges are going to come through to help you better design a life instead of solving problems. The way the subconscious mind works is that it can only do one of those, either solve problems or design a life. And when that task is complete, the subconscious mind will not tolerate a void, and it says, okay, what do I need to replace it with? So you'll either replace it with another problem or you'll replace it with another area of your life to bring yourself out at your very best. And then we have self-confidence. Self-confidence, again, is the actions you take where you're going to reveal yourself at your very best in the moment. But so many people have followed a false doctrine of fake it till you make it. Well, what if the feeling of making it never arrives? Well, then the subconscious is going to have to replace it with something, and you're going to feel like a fraud. It's also known as the imposter syndrome. You need to bring all three of those back together in harmony to where your value is placed not on what you can produce. Your value is placed on you embracing who you are, your strengths, talents, abilities, as well as your weaknesses, and being able to make the most of them. Because right now you have holes in your heart where the success leaks out. Instead, you're supposed to have holes in your heart where anything that does not serve you at your very best is filtered out. It's kind of like panning for gold. You keep the good stuff and you let the other stuff just flow away. So valuing who you really are. But to be able to do that, you need to look at the beliefs that you accepted. Over 80% of how you value yourself was learned by age 8, not based on your brilliance, but based on who someone else needed you to be as a little kid for them to be okay. So we need to bring that little kid home and let them know it's okay for them to be who they really are, as well as activating your inner advisor, that higher self, that soul self, to bring yourself out at your very best. Then your self-esteem is going to be the stories that you tell yourself. Depending on who you talk to, there are anywhere between 150 and 750 documented emotional states. And you've been conditioned to experience 10 of them in your upbringing. 8 of them are negative. So your stories are going to be around the pain and how to avoid it. Now, I'm going to give you some insider insight. You never want to get rid of the itty bitty shitty committee. This is the parts of you that will challenge you and go, really? Think you can do this? Because this is what actually teaches you how to think for yourself, not just blindly accept whatever comes along, is opposing viewpoints that says, I'm going to challenge you to share with me why you think you can achieve this. What do you possess? And so it's okay to keep that committee. We just need to give them updated operating instructions that it is not pain avoidance. It's how do we do risk mitigation, that they're actually going to help you move forward taking those risks in your growth zone, but in a way to where you're not going to lose more than what you gain. So in those stories, we need to update them. We need to add on. The book of your life is not finished yet. Do not get stuck on one chapter. And then the final level, where you can have a hole in your heart where your success leaks out, is going to be your self-confidence. Your self-confidence is based on you revealing who you are at your very best in the moment. Is that going to mean that 2 days from now, you're not going to discover something new about yourself and go, oh, this is how I can upgrade? Yes, you can. You're always going to be adapting through revelation. So self-confidence and the fake it till you make it says that you don't have enough where you're at in the present moment, which is the reason why you're faking it. And if we go back to the value, we know we already have to embrace who we are, us at our very best. Okay. So this is what I want to share with you. I'm putting together a master class on this, how to heal the holes in your heart so your self-worth, your self-esteem, and your self-confidence are revealing who you really are. There's even going to be a bonus hypnosis session called Your Mirror of Magnificence. I don't even have it put together yet. So this is what I'd like you to do. If this is something that you want to experience, please let others know about this, because a rising tide lifts all ships. And so we will do more for others than we will for ourselves, as long as that's bringing out us contributing the leadership qualities that we already possess. So number one, make others aware of it. Number two, give me a shout out down below. And as soon as I have the class up and going, I'll let you know how you can register and get immediate access to it. So as we conclude, I want to remind you, true beauty is simply the externalization of inner harmony based on your identity of your worth, your esteem, and your confidence, all putting together to reveal who you really are. Isn't it time that you discovered your strengths, talents, and abilities based on what you possess? I'm here to help you with that. So I look forward to seeing you at the masterclass.